Okay, we get started because we need we have many things to do. We have activity. So the first day we learn about the right to education, and we know that the attitude is very important. The expectation for the teacher to the student very important. You know that the teacher who work with the student with special needs, they have very influence to the student access to the curriculum, because if they have the high expectation, they will feel that if they have a high expectation to the students, to their student, the outcome of a learning outcome would be the research show that the learning outcome is would be better than the teacher who have low expectation. So I will talking about this late at the end. So we learn about the transition focused education, and I think we using the map like as a tool to gather information, like we doing the same as we doing a needs assessment by we using the map. I just adapt a little bit map approach. So, and after that, we learning about the blending transition activity into the curriculum. So we learn many things in 2 hours. So it's too much for you, but I just gave you the idea when you already have a good a curriculum already. I just gave you the idea to how to transfer your curriculum to the individual curriculum. After if you use it with your student, every student, and if you use more in throughout your 28 school, I think 28 or 21, 28, right? So if you're doing, if you done, if you use this the tool, if you use this tool, and you will use more student, and then you can, after you look at your student, you create the curriculum, and then you can look back to your core curriculum. I mean, for your PVP program, and then you can make adjustment. So like a R&D research, so you can try out and take a look at what your program look like, and how you're going to adapt or make it more efficiency. Okay, go to next slide, please. Before I go to this, I'm talking to this slide. So do you have any questions so far? No. Oh. Okay, the PVP program, PV program or curriculum. We're going to use the transition focus instruction. So today I'm going to talk about how to access. Before we teaching, we need to do assessment. So how the student current ability on what on the skill that you're going to teach. I'm lucky I got this book. Can you see this? Can you see my book?
We can see the book, but we cannot see the title.
Yes. This is a book I got. This is a very old book, but very useful. So I got from my professor, Dr. Barbara McCarthy, when she was in the Boston College, and she also worked at the Perkins School for the Blind. So she gave it to me because I like a teacher aide to help her to when she go to she gone for training. I helped her a lot, and she gave me this book, and I just take some tools and I gave to you at the sheet number 2, so you can use when you can use for your student when you before you going to teach, or if you want to do like a student assessment, we're going to use we call the real life assessment, so you can use that for your assessment to make the before make the decision making for the student goal. So okay, we're going to get started for today. For the instruction focus is transition focus instruction. We believe that the quality of life and our philosophy. Remember, what is our philosophy? Yeah, this is when I always use it: to live, to love, to work, to play. Next slide, please. This is this is what the quality of life. Quality of life is a degree to which an individual is healthy, comfortable, and able to participate in the in or enjoy life events. So hence the quality of life. We talked about the quality of life a little bit yesterday. It depends on the. This is highly subject. It depends on the who is she or he, and where is she or he happy, how old, and what's disability, and what does he or she do, and what does he or she live with. So the quality of life is depend on the individual. So we just we have a quality of life different. Everybody here in this room, you have your own quality of life differently. Somebody like to have the Prada, right? Somebody like to have a Gucci. Somebody like to have a Hermes to carry around. Yeah, it depends. To have that one, as mean you have a quality of life. It depends. Somebody like to go to, if we have get more salary, is I got a quality of life. If I got a good good work, good position, is my quality of life. It depends. Okay, next please. So today we're going to do instruction, transition focus instruction. We have the instruction strategy that that you see the 7 elements that are considered critical to access of the student learning. So they're created by the Barbara McLachie at Perkins School for the Blind. So we're going to use the multiple disability team approach, and we, if you see our tools, we have a family involvement like a map. So we need to work with the parent, and we are going to use the ecological assessment. So this is a big thing, big area that we're going to go deep today. So we're going to establish learning goal, IEP goal. We have to have the IEP goal, access to the general education curriculum, and systematic instruction and natural teaching approach, and ongoing evaluation, modification of the program. So even we not just access our evaluating the student, we need to evaluate our program as well. So we are going to talk more on the ecological assessment. Go next slide, please. So we call that the functional ecological assessment. This developed by June E. Downing in 1996. This is a team approach the intent of this process is to individualize the assessment by examining the student's strengths and needs within relevant activity and environment. This functional ecological assessment leads directly to the intervention. So when you're doing assessment by using the ecological, if we can call ecological assessment like a real life assessment. So we're going to bring the tool to the real student in real life. Like if you want to access the how student have lunch, having a lunch. So we bring this tool and just make the assessment and take a look at the observe the student, and you will come up with the solution with the result, and then you can come up with the idea to adapt or teaching the student, so to improve their skill. So this one I really love it. I like it, but not because it's not the formal assessment. This is an informal assessment, and very, very useful for me that I would like to share on this workshop. We start with the family input, and then access the student in the contextual manner that lead to the meaningful intervention. So some activity, if you want to access, you can, like if student going to study to learn soccer or learn the basketball, you just bring this tool and just access the student, break the activity, break the skill to like you're doing task analysis. And we will talk about this later. Go next, please. So what do we access? We access the vocational skill. So you in the PVP, you can go and access your student when they do like a arts and craft, retail service. You can go and check all the hard skill and that you can doing an assessment, and then you can come up with the idea to help them to work better. So, and you can work on the work related skill, like a soft skill. You can work with to access their soft skill, independent living skills, communication skill, interpersonal skills, that you can use this these two for too many areas. Yeah. Go next, please. So functional ecological assessment is team approach. So go next, please. So this is a team. I told you that this is a team approach. We're sharing the responsibility to, and working as a team is the most effective means for conducting the meaningful assessment. So we need to have the team leader. We need to have the facilitator, and we need to have the team member.
Oh, sorry.
We have something.
Sorry.
Okay. Can you hear me? Hi. Yes. Yes. Okay. So you need to find out the team leader. You need to have the team leader and the facilitator and the team member who's going to be your team member. So yes, this slide, please. No.
Sorry. Hold on. Let me adjust this a little bit. I got a call from other meeting, so I just let them know that. Next slide, right?
No. Go back. Okay, this one. Okay. So the team leader, you need to appoint somebody to be the team leader to guide the assessment process and to you have a double slide on the screen.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I think I confusing something. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, I think we are okay now. Oh no, it's come. Okay.
At the moment, what we can see your slide is small.
Small, right? Can you see, right?
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also have the copy of that.
Okay, good. So for the team leader, so we need to have at least 3 groups. One is the team leader, the second is the facilitator, and the team members. The team leader should guide the assessment process and to comparing the assessment information and sharing with other team members. And you need to have the facilitator. Facilitator to obtain the needed information that might go to the interview with the parent to access and particular activity and bring the finding to the group. And the team may be the parent, teacher, assistant, special education teacher, or school psychologist, PT, OT. Because when you do in your school, do you have the PT or OT?
No.
Okay, you don't have it, but I think this assessment maybe help you to be you can become the PT and OT, not only the school psychologist. Okay. The functional ecological is an ongoing process. They have 4 steps. There are 4 steps. So the first step is determine the student and family goal. We already did it. We can use the family goal from the yesterday activity. You don't have to do it again. And second step is to conduct the ecological assessment of the critical activity. The activity that you think that students need to improve or need to be able to participate and in the activities. The fourth one is to develop a clear profile of student. So to make the picture of the student, to understand what their limitation and what is the goal and what we're going to teach them. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Okay. The step 1, determine the student and family goal. So this one yes.
For your previous slide, the team leader. In school, who is the team leader? Is it the principal or the teachers? One of the
team leader is it not necessarily to be the director or the principal. Maybe somebody that it depends on the school. You think who is appropriate that to can be the team leader. Is maybe maybe the
teacher.
I don't know maybe the special education teacher. It's maybe is up to it depends on the school. Maybe the school director, but it not necessary. If you found somebody that to be the guide the assessment process, who know the maybe you. I think maybe you you can be the team leader because you already know all the process. Okay.
Just want to add a little bit. For the team leaders, it's like Dr. Sama said that it's not necessary to be the school principal or school director, but make sure that the team leaders know the whole process and guideline is not just the person who have the power, but it's a person who know the process conducting the assessment.
Yes.
Okay. So this, okay, I'll go to the first step, determine the student and family goals. That I think we work with the family. We can use the information from the map, and we to determine the student current needs and goal. And we have done already by PCP through maps. So I think this one is no problem with that, right? So okay, we go to the second step to conduct the ecological analysis, critical activity. You can, like I said before, that when we call the ecological analysis, is a technical term, and you can use the real life or authentic assessment. The same thing. This are they the same thing? Authentic or real life assessment. This real life assessment or ecological analysis is the complete for each activity in the actual location where the activity occur. So to decide which activity require immediate attention, this is a decision making by team. Identify the exact step needed to complete each activity by a person who is the same age as the student but not disabled. So you need to find out if you want to teach the child how to bake a cake. So how the non-disabled person going to, how is the step that a non-person with disability takes to bake a cake? So you need to, task analysis, right? You need to break the skill, how to bake a cake, and you bake the skill to skill to the small skill, and then you can you don't need to this step. You don't need to think about our student. You just think about the typical student. And third thing, identify the natural cue in the environment which help and individual complete the activity. So this step is that you need to very important for the student with blind student with visual impair and student with maybe autism. So when you bake a cake, at what is the first step to bake a cake? Anyone know that?
Bake the cake to prepare all the ingredients.
Yeah, to prep all the ingredient, right?
And the tools.
And the tool. Yeah. How do you to know that where is a ingredient and the tool?
Prepare the recipe.
No. I mean when if you the first step. I don't know. I never baked a cake before. So if I know how to bake a cake, I will give you the sample. But I don't know how to bake a cake. So if you want to bake a cake, what is the first step for yourself, for everyone who not disabled? What do you think? A skill to bake a cake.
Yes. Yeah. We start first now. Know the ingredient. List of things. List of things to prepare the recipe first.
Prepare the recipe first. Second,
then from the recipe we have to look the things we want to use for the to bake. The equipments for baking. But maybe the first is to learn how to bake.
Okay, we talk about it later. So this is you need to identify the natural cues. If you want to let let the student to get the tools, the sighted or the regular student, they will see that where is the tool located, right? So they can go and pick up the tool. Or the student understand that the step, so they just go and take the tool. But if the student with visual impairment, blind student, how they going to get the tool? And a student with autism, they don't know that first what is the first step, and the second what is. Sometimes they don't understand the spoken direction. So
Yes.
because they don't understand the spoken direction, so you might provide them with the maybe you can adapt the direction by using the picture or some cue. Yeah, this is we need to do. We can go a little deeper and in the our activity, like this one we call the non-disabled person inventory. This is sample of the real life assessment. Like if you want to bring the student to the library to check out the book for the non-disabled person, the first step is they need to go to the library in line with the class, right? And the second step, look for the book. The third is choose the book. The fourth step is take a book to the table to read. And the fifth, return the book to the shelf or check out the book. Number 6, line up to return to the class. This is all the steps that typical or non-disabled student will doing. So the natural cue is teacher direction and peer in line. The student can see teacher said, get a line, we're going to the library. So the student just, the typical student just go in line, and where is the line? His friend just line up in front of the classroom. So they just go go to the line up with their friend. They can see, they can hear, they understood the right direction. And for the second step, they can see the book on the shelf. It's a natural cue. Book on the shelves. They have a number, code, and everything. They can go get the book. The third, they choose the book. Internal preference for the typical student. They like which book his or he liked. They have a choice available. So this is a natural cue. The fourth step, the knowledge of the routine. So they know the routine when they come to the library. They need to get the book, and they can sit on the chair, and so can go reading. Then they know the routine. If the student with the autism, they don't know the routine. What they're going to do? You can say, go sit down at this table. So they might not understand what you are saying. And for the returning to they return the book to the shelf. They finish with the book. Teacher direction to leave. The time's up. You need to leave the library. So you keep bring the book back to the shelf, or bring the book back to the librarian. For the line up to return to the class, teacher direction. You have appear like a first step. This is all the non-disabled person inventory. This is all the sample. So I think I gave you this blank, right? This blank form, yeah. We have a time like maybe 5 minutes. Can you work at the group? Just making up one activity. We're going to use the whole 2 hours today. What you want to access your student, or maybe access yourself, or access your student? What activity? Like bake a cake, or just make the step of bake a cake, or eat breakfast, or take a shower, or playing physical education, football, or whatever. It's a team decision. Do you have any question?
No.
Now is what time is it? It's 9:32. You need to finish at 9:37.
All right.
Oh no, 8. 10:37. Sorry, this is my time. 10:37. Do you have any question? Just sing a song and ask a question. This is a time's up. You need more time?
1 more minute.
One more minute. So actually, this is the trick. If you work with students with multiple disability or students with autism, if you give them the 5 minutes, before the 5 minutes, you need to ask them, and maybe you ask them, give them a choice. This is how to provide the choice to the student. Like if you have like if you are a teacher, you know that you have a student have another 2 more minutes. You ask them,
We are done.
how much time do? Yes.
We are done.
You are done. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you show us what you have done? Show your work.
We choose washing clothes.
Okay.
Okay. And then first collect dirty clothes.
Okay.
Second step is put into laundry.
Yeah.
Put into the laundry basket.
Yep.
And then the third, bring basket to the laundry room.
Yep.
Separate the color, white cloths into washing machine. Then put the chicken into the automotive machine, and then press.
Okay. So how about the natural cue?
Natural cues-nya is natural cues-nya
for the first step.
First is teacher's direction.
Yeah.
We will use the task analysis.
Yeah.
Okay. Teacher direction. Go to the room.
Yeah. And for the second step, what is the second step? For natural cue for the second step.
Second. So put into laundry.
Place clothes into the laundry basket.
Basket, yeah. Basket is a natural cue, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So for the third step, what is the natural cue for the third step?
Laundry room is the
laundry room. How did it get there? What is natural cue? Laundry room, right?
Laundry room, yes.
Okay, they know where is the laundry room. The next step, what is next step?
Separate the color.
Separate the color. So
they know the color.
They know the color. Yeah, good.
Yes.
The next step
is white colors into washing machine. The washing machine
Yeah.
The automatic washing machine is the Q.
Okay. What is the natural Q?
They know the color. Still, I think still for because we put here
white color.
White color
white
into
clothes.
washing machine.
So the Q is white clothes.
White clothes.
White clothes.
White clothes. How about the machine? You're going to separate the machine, right?
Yes.
Or put in the same machine.
Yes.
Okay. The next step, please.
Laju.
The next step is put detergent.
Okay.
So the natural Q is
detergent.
detergent.
Yeah. Okay. Where is where the diligent? What do you call diligent? I never done. Where is it? Where is it located?
Laundry liquid.
In the laundry. In the
in
laundry
the laundry.
room.
Where in the laundry?
In the basket.
In the basket. Where is the basket?
In the laundry room.
In the south.
On the, okay. Next step.
Press power on.
To press power on.
Press power on. Where is the press out? At the button. Where is the button to press?
In the machine.
On the machine.
On the machine.
Okay. What else?
Okay.
That's
from us for 5 minutes.
It's okay.
Okay, next group, please.
Next group, please. Thank you. Good job. Good job. Big hand. Big hand.
Hand.
Continue with iron. Ours is ironing.
Ironing.
Still laundry. Still in the laundry thing. First identify parts of the iron and the tools required for ironing, which is ironing board.
Okay. What your activities?
Ironing.
Ironing. Okay.
Ironing napkins.
Where are you going to do ironing? Where? What the environment? Where?
Laundry room.
Laundry room. Okay. What are the steps?
The first step is identifying the parts of an iron.
The plug. You need to.
The handle, the knob, the switch, and they have to know the switch on and switch off buttons.
Okay.
And knowing the dials.
No. It's not about doing. It's about the step. Step to doing this is the activity. What step? First step is I don't know that to take the clothes. Turn on the iron. Put the plug in. Put the plug in and turn on, right? And then.
And to lay flat on the ironing board.
Okay. And then
flat, always flat, and they have to teach them to rub on, use their hand and the palm of their hand to lay flat on the ironing board, including the material.
This step we're not teaching. We just do task analysis, do the skill, the step of ironing. We're not teaching yet. Yeah. We're not teaching.
And take the iron.
Yeah.
Depends if the child is left-handed.
Yeah.
They have to start with left side first to the right.
Okay.
If the child is right-handed, they have to start from right hand to the left.
Okay. Step is the ironing, right? Step is ironing. And the last step, what is the next step?
The next step is they have to put away the iron and shift to the next part, to the next part of the napkin, to the second part.
Okay.
And repeat. Once they have repeat, they have to fold half, or we're going to teach them to hang it, just hang it.
Okay. Okay. What is
a different skill?
Okay. What are the natural cue for each step? Natural cue.
The laundry room.
Laundry room. And
iron.
Iron. Where is the iron? Right. Iron.
And you need to remind them as well that it is a hot surface.
Okay. No. This is only step, not teaching yet. We're going to have a teaching in the next activities. This is we're going to do a task analysis. We need to separate all the step from step 1 until the finish. Only the step, not teaching yet. Like I'm not good in the ironing. Like eat the food, the student need to if you give them the dish of the food, so you need to grab the spoon, take the food and put in the mouth, and put all the steps that the kid can do the whole activity. Only the step, we're not teaching yet. Like a task analysis, you need to break all the skill, break the activity into the step.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Did you get the idea?
Yes.
Okay.
You want more? We have two more group. We have two more group.
Oh, you have 4 group. Okay. Please. Yeah, you come. Please. Okay. Yes.
I'm from the team.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So our activity is packaging spices.
Can you come closer? I can hear. Thank you. Okay.
So our activity for packaging spices.
I still cannot hear you. Can you come close to the microphone, please?
Packaging spaces.
Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah. I can hear everybody, but not the person who presented. Okay, go ahead.
Can I start now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. What activity?
Packaging spices. The first
Okay.
The first inventory is go to the packaging room.
Okay.
Okay. And the natural cues is look for label on the door.
Okay. Good.
Okay. The second inventory is look for apron, mask, and glove.
Okay.
And
And the natural cues is the mask, gloves, and apparatus on the shelves.
Okay.
The third inventory is look for packaging machine.
Okay.
And the natural cues is packaging machine arranged on the table.
Okay.
And the fourth inventory is start packaging or labeling spices. And the natural cues is look for visual cues.
Okay.
Okay. And the fifth inventory is putting the labeled spices in the box.
Yep.
And the natural cues is look for a labeled spice box.
Yep.
And the last inventory is return proper attire, mask, gloves, and apron. And the natural cues is look for the shelves again.
Okay, very clear. Thank you very much. Yeah. But you only thought only for the student with a non-disable, right? We not think about the student with a special need yet on this on this step. So do you have one more group, right?
Yes, one more.
Yeah, go ahead. Come closer, come closer. Speak louder. Speak louder. Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
So our activity is morning activity, morning assembly.
Okay.
So for the first inventory is go out from the class, student.
Yep.
And the natural cue is the bell ringing.
Okay.
Go out from the class.
Okay,
and
nice.
For the second inventory, the student walk to the assembly area.
Okay, good.
The cue is where the teacher stands in front.
Yeah.
Of the
how nice. Yeah.
And the third inventory is students standing in line according to the class, according to their class, right?
Okay.
And the cue is when the class teacher is standing in front of their lines.
Okay.
They look for their class teacher.
Okay, how nice. Good.
Or the assistant teacher, right?
Okay, good.
And for the fourth inventory, they will follow the normal activity during assembly.
Yep.
And the natural cue says following instruction like singing national anthem, reciting and speech by the principal or the guru besar.
Yep.
And the last inventory is they going back to the class.
Yes.
And the natural cues is the teacher's instruction, direction or instructions.
Yes.
From us.
Yay, good job. Yay. Okay, this is all the you can use for the when you can, we call the real life, easy to call the real life assessment. So you can use when every activity. This is only part that we need to think about the typical student. We not think about our student with a special need yet. You have any question? No, we go to the next step. We will use the same activity. We're going to conduct a discrepancy analysis of a critical activity. So unlike this one is unlike the standardized assessment tool, it's not the standardized assessment that assume an absolute level of the competence across the environment. The ecological and functional assessment procedure highlights to the contextual nature of the behavior. So to access the student ability to perform each activity. So, and the student is presented with each activity at the actual site and access according to the ability to perform all the steps. The number of activities initial access should reflect to the number of the IEP goals or objectives for the academic years. So this is we can use as a create the IEP goal, and as well we can bring the to reflect the IEP goal as well. So this activity I think very good. I really like it. So we go to the we use the same form that you just done in the for the non-disabled students. So we use the same activities like if you see my slide, the nature for the first step, the go to the library in line with the class, the teacher direction and peer in line. A student can do or not. You bring this to your student. Now you are going to bring this form to the target student. Just pretend like a student is maybe blind or autism. They can do it or not. If they cannot do, if he cannot do, just minus, put the sign yes. And you need to find out the discrepancy analysis. Because why they cannot do this step. When you see the discrepancy analysis, this means why he cannot do this step. So maybe it's hard time they have a hard time to transitioning, like they're still playing the game. They have a free time. They don't want to go to the library, or some students very hard time to. They have a very hard time to transition to different activity, or somebody doesn't hear the teacher direction, or some student cannot see. It depends on the student. So the adaptation might be cue to teach, or maybe adapt the step or adapt the equipment. It depends on the activity. The teacher can show the picture or schedule, or pair with the peer, pair student with the peer. So this is how you are going to adapt the step, how to adapt or teach them teach them the skills. So this is we call the discrepancy analysis. Yeah, do you have any question? I'm not going to go through the 6 step, like yeah, but you see the idea, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have this form, right? Could you please try the full ecological assessment form that I gave it to you, and come up with the full scale of the full form. Yeah, fill all the form. And challenging is that you need to answer yourself why student cannot do this step. It's very, very important. And how you're going to adapt or teach the student. Okay. You have any question?
No.
No. Can you, how much time that you want?
You want us to do now or homework?
Yes, yeah. From the if you do a laundry, just think about one student that you are teaching, that one of the students that you think that very he or she get very hard time when they're doing an activity. Just think back to your student.
Can we do one activity, but then we give input on the packaging of the spices, because that's the thing that all schools are doing.
Yes, say that again.
Can we just do another?
Can we focus on one activity?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't need. Yeah, you work together. You work together. We don't have time for the four activity. You choose one. You choose one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You choose one. Work together.
Teruskan.
Choose one from your 4 groups.
Yes. First one is packaging room. Yes. Yes.
So I gave you 10 minutes.
Yes. Okay.
Dr. Samad,
Yes. Yes.
under the
please.
student performance column, there's a plus sign.
Yeah.
There's under the student column.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I forget to tell them. The plus sign is mean
So what does it
this
mean?
step. This step the student can do it.
Can do it
by themselves. Can do by themselves. By himself. Yeah.
So the negative sign means they cannot do.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry.
So make sure that the first and second column are for the non-disabled students. And the third is about performance. You are thinking about the student with disability, right, Dr. Sama?
Yeah.
Comparing to the activities and the national cues in the first and second column. For example, if you shoot ironing, the non-disabled student, the first step will be able to choose the clothes to be ironed. For example, the cue is the clothes. And you, for the third column, student performance, you identify if the student with disability can choose the clothes. If they can do that, you can put plus sign. If they cannot do, you can put minus sign. And then if they cannot do that, you will do the discrepancy analysis to find out why he or she is not able to do that.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You're a good student, huh? You finish early.
Sudah. Hampir settle. Hampir, come on.
Yes.
First, the activity is go to the kitchen room, right? And then natural cues is level on the door. And then the student performance is negative.
Yep.
And the analysis is go to another room. Adaptation or cues to teach is teacher, assistant, or buddy to guide the students.
Yes.
Okay. And then second, look for apron, mask, and glove. And then natural cues is mask, glove on shelf. And then student performance is negative. Discrepancy analysis is student doesn't want to wear it. And then adaptation to teach is student choose his own preference.
Okay.
Okay. And then number 3, looking for packaging machine. Natural cues is packaging machine arranged on the table. And then student performance is positive. And number 4 is start packaging or labeling spices. Natural cues is look for visual cues or task analysis.
Yeah.
The performance is negative. Discrepancy analysis is refuse to follow the steps or instructions. Adaptation cues is teacher assistants or friends or buddy prompts are divided into 2 groups. So the students will see the first group first. They copy.
Okay.
And number 5 is putting the level prices in the box, and then the natural cues is look for level price box. Student performance is positive. Number 6 is return attire, mask, glove, and apron. Natural cues is look for shelves. Student performance is positive.
Okay, good job. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, good job. I think you understand that this is an easy way to access our student. Even though if you have the IEP goal already, if you want to teach the skill to your student, or if you're going to teach in your curriculum, the subject, I mean the skill in your curriculum, so you can use this assessment to help them to help you to do discrepancy analysis. You can to look for the why student cannot do that, and they will come up with the adaptation or the this step you might need to adapt the step or adapt equipment, like if the student with if you look at your step in when you press the starting laundry machine, if the student he doesn't have any finger, we need to adaptation, right? Adapt the button so the kid can press. If the kid with the visual impair, how we going to adapt the switch? Do you have any idea? If the kid with a visual impair, he totally blind, how does he know where is the start button? Can you have put what?
Tile.
Put the braille, right?
Yes.
Good. So you can now you before that the kid the blind kids cannot do the laundry, but if you just adapt the equipment or adapt the step or teach them how to teach them the skill, they can do that. Like some student with they cannot communicate, so you might need to look for the AAC. AAC is mean augmentative and alternative communication. Is like a touchpad, or maybe they can use iPad for communicate with the teacher. Yeah, this is I think it's very good for if you want to do the classroom research. You can do this. You can use this method to do the classroom research, and you will find out you will be the creative teacher. You will be the innovative teacher. You will find some solution to help your student to be better learning. You have any question? You share already assessment, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Give yourself a big round of applause.
So before going to the next slide, I just want to add a little bit. So I encourage you to use this assessment, because remember yesterday we talked about the high expectation. This techniques will help you maintaining your high expectations, because if you can see the first and second column, we talks about the non-disabled students. So the activities that we want to teach our students, we are comparing with the non-disabled. So when we set up the goals, we are looking for the standards, and we'll see if our student with disability can do or cannot. So if they are unable to do that, we look at for the discrepancy. and then we find out the adaptations or modifications, how to support, how to adjust, how to find a way to help them so that they can perform as similar as non-disabled students. So that will help you maintaining your high expectations.
Thank you. The other thing that if some students have they might do some part of activity, you can put the P. We have 3 key, right? 2 key, right? Minus and plus, right? Yes, so you might put the P. Another key is P. P is mean partial assistance. It means the kids still need some help from the teacher or from peer, but the idea of this assessment that we will help our students to be able to do the activity independently. So this is an idea. Maybe you found that the kids still, oh no, he cannot use it. He cannot do it this step. He can, but he needs some help.
Yeah.
He need help. Still need help. But some students are very good on this step. So you can if you see my worksheet, I send it to you. We have a 3 key, plus, minus, and P. Yes, yeah. But I don't want you to confusing. So you can use the P, or you don't want to use it. It's okay. It's not a problem.
Yeah, but if you want to conduct for the action research, you can modify a little bit more for the student performance. Like you can make the rubric and make more adjustment. Like rather than use minus, plus, and P, you can ranging 1 to 5 to identify the level of performance that student can do or cannot. Yeah, if you conduct action research more detail, so just give you more ideas.
Yes.
So I a little bit different. We just start from the only two key, minus and plus. If you want to do P, is okay, but because we just started and we don't want this too complex. Okay, we go to next slide. So after that, you can develop clear profile of the student. Like if you're after you done the map and you done some of this ecological assessment, you can drawing a student map. So I already gave you the example already. So to pinpointing the strength and challenge to run across the skill area, and to identify students' strongest learning mode. They have the visual, or auditory, or tactile. You have any question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're not about independent and partial assistance. Even after they give where we want to put the not independent, because as you said, partial assistance, if they've been from by teachers, right, or assistant, or any.
So the P is mean when you do assessment, when you bring this tool to the kids doing activity. If the kids doing by himself, you put minus. You put plus, right? If the kid cannot do in this step, you put what? You put minus, right?
Yes.
If you see the kid still needs somebody to help him, you put P.
Partial.
Yeah, partial. Yeah.
Yes, partial.
But the final is, I mean, when we decide the adaptation or teaching, we need to think about how to help them, how to, why. Before that, on the this. Yeah. So on the discrepancy, you think you need to think about is why they still they cannot do, or why he need help, still need help, and he can do but still need help, when, or why he cannot he can do by himself. But if he can do by himself, we don't need to think anything, right? Because he passes. If he cannot do by himself, he cannot do anything, so we put minus. If he cannot, he can do but need some help, we put P. So, and then we why he need help, still need help, why he cannot do, so we think about the adaptation and teaching. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Oh, thank you for asking. So for the develop clear profile that I gave it to you already, so we don't have you can look at the student profile, and I think you already have it when you're doing your own assessment. Are they the same thing?
Assessment.
Yeah. So we the next thing that we're going to translate the assessment result into the instruction decision. So the same thing that to translate assessment result into the instruction decision is the last part of adaptation and cue to teach. So you see the target skill to for instruction, right? Because you did this discrepancy analysis. Now you see the target skill. The target skill you're going to teach. Decide whether to teach the skill or to adapt the step. I just remind you to the last part of the form, adaptation and the cue to teach, and specify exactly how skill will be learned. Yeah, maybe the student will learn. We will some students, they're very good in use their visual learner. Some students, they can hear, and they're good in the when people when the teacher talk to him. So you need to find out how the student learn best. So like a learning style, where and when to teach. So when you're going to teach this skill to the student. And the last thing that you need to, after you try the adaptation and teach the skill, you need to analyze effectiveness of the instruction. That is good enough. Maybe you adapt the step, or using the material, or provide them accommodation. They'll still not work. You need to analyze why it doesn't work. And if they work, you need to analyze why it's work. So this is all the last step of the tool of the ecological assessment. So I just clarify to you. Do you have any question?
No, so far good.
No? Oh, no problem, right?
No problem.
No problem. So for the foundation for teaching and learning, students with special needs, they have a unique and specific individual education need. So we need to find out, we need to use the assessment tool, and we need to observe, maybe observation is a good tool too. The process of setting up the quality instruction program for SEN students, you need to take time, right? So it's not easy to teach our students, right? You need to take time energy and knowledge and of resources. So you need to look at the resource. You can go to the you can go to for like a conference coming up, conference, the fourth conference run by the SEAMEO Sen. You can go to the, I have one very good resource that we call the do-to-learn.com.แล้วก็ do-to-learn.com. Yeah, you can go and visit this website. It's very they have a lot of resource, a lot of material that you can get from, and they have a teaching strategy for students with autism. They have a good tool for you. Yeah, you can go visit right now if you want to. You have a cell phone. And, yeah. Okay. A strong educational team is very important. We need to working with the family. You have a key. It's a key to positive educational experience for the child. If you work with the family, work with the team. If you do alone, it's okay. If we do together, we can do more, right? It is not one teaching strategy that fit the needs of the student. Instruction must accommodate the student unique learning needs and work toward implementing the goal outlined in the IEP. This is my professor always teach me, Barbara McClatchy. And the other teaching learning strategy that I can recommend to you, we call the first one is the partial and full participation. Some students they can do if the student cannot do the full participation, it's okay. If can do part of this, it's okay. You can try from part. They can do part of the activity, and then they might be able to do the whole activities. And a consistent structure and routine. When you create the activity for the student, you need to have the consistent structure of and routine. Like you're doing laundry mat. You need to have what is the first step, second step, third step, and how is the finish look like. The student need to know that. So you need to have a model, task analysis, motivating the activity. So how do we create the activity that motivate our student? So you need to understand, you need to know what he's like. So we try to create from what his strengths, what he likes, and age appropriate is very important. Some people, some teachers that create the activity that they're not using the age appropriate. They think this is ID student with intellectual disability. So we can, even though they have 15 years old, they're still using a cartoon. No, they want to listen to the pop music or rap music, whatever. It's age appropriate. We need to when we teaching the kid, we need to think about the age appropriate, not using the kindergarten activity for the 15 years old. It's not good. You need to teach them how to use the lipstick for the girl, even though she is having the intellectual disability. And teaching, you need to have a clear beginning, middle and the end. So you need to create, if you want, like if you have you ever seen when you see the automotive factory, you will see that they have the car, they have the station, right? They have the station, what they have to do, what task they need to do, how to begin, when is his task is finished. This need to clear. So you need to look at you might go to visit to the we call the structure teaching, the work system. Yeah, that you can go to the work system to learn about the work system. Very, very important when you create the work activity for your student. You need to visit, look at the work system. And choice making, clear expectation, accessibility, visual motor, some kids with visual impair, motor and auditory, you need to adapt for them. Turn taking, environment and natural environment, that's all the teaching strategy that you need to think about it. Do you have any questions so far? Do you have any question?
No.
Oh, I hope you clear, no? Because you're hungry?
Yes.
Yes.
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet. So this is, I'm going to, our course expectation that you wanted to exchange the idea on area pertaining to the curriculum development. So this is the Thailand is new. We just introduce a new curriculum for our student. I mean the typical student, and I will identify a little bit different curriculum for the student with this disability. At the bottom, you will see the new key learning area. We have the language and art culture. We have a group of the before that we have 8 different learning area. Now we have only 5. So the first one, the language. You have a question? No. Okay. We have a learning art and culture, and we have a mathematics, science and technology is one group, and now we have the world of work and occupation, and we have a physical and health education, and we also have a social human being. Social and human being. We have a core competency. We have 6 core competency. The first one is self-management skill. The second, the communication skills. The third is collaboration skill and thinking skills. The strong citizenship skill and creativity and innovation skills. For the value and attitude, we hope that our student will be well-being, morality and ethics, because we have a problem with this. So we need a new generation to have more morality and ethics. Yeah, and the strong citizenship on this part. We would like to have our next generation to have a responsibility, respect for others, commitment and public mind. This is not this is for every student. So not for the disability, but for we have a 4 essential learning experience. We have a moral and civics, literacy and numeracy, digital literacy, and social emotional development, physical and health development, and then we going to do actually we do on the expanded core curriculum already, but not still enough. We have only in the in special school, we teach expanded core curriculum, and we have some school that are in inclusive setting. So we have the resource teacher. They come up with they go around to every school on their areas, and they teach the expanded core curriculum to the student. But not every school. We do very good on the school that we have the area of the school for the blind. We're doing a good job because we have the resource room in the inclusive setting, and we also have the resource teacher that go visit to the school to help the teacher in the inclusive school. We not expect that the math teacher will be the best teacher for the blind, but we should work together to provide better the education for the student with special needs. So if you come to Thailand, if you go to the school that have the blind student in inclusive setting, you will see we have a resource teacher and resource room in those schools. This is all our overview of the Thailand new curriculum. We just started last year. Now we just do piloting last year. Not the whole school yet, but we're working on that. We call the new curriculum at the competency-based curriculum. Yeah. Okay, this is you asking for the Thailand education path for students with disability. So students with a special need in primary school, they have a choice. They go to the special school and mainstream school or inclusive education. If they go to the special school, in the public school, we have a BIS education. It means we work with the vocational education college and or corporation. So like an enterprise or company, we work together, and the kid will get academic and the vocational skill. So we work with them, and at the secondary level, and they might go to the for the special school. They might go to the inclusive when they graduate from the secondary. They can go to high school in mainstream, or they can go to the special school again, and then we still have the vocational. We work with the same thing. We have a BIS education in the high school too, and after that they can go to the vocational training center, or they can go to the after they finish high school, they can go to the vocational education college, or go to the higher education, or working and independent living. So, but kids can move from the higher education from university. They can go to get a training at the vocational center, and maybe they can go working and go back to study again. And for the kids in the mainstream education, we in the mainstream education, we not like you. I think you provide another option that you have a PVP, but we don't have the PVP. But we in the new curriculum, competency-based curriculum, we're going to provide more the vocational skill for students in the mainstream school. But we work with the special education center and work with the school for a special school. So, but we not focus on the right now. We not focus on the vocational yet. But the kid can after they finish, they can go to the vocational training or vocational education college, or go to work, because now we're working with we collaborate. We have a team collaboration. We have a partner. We have a corporation. We have a provincial social welfare agency. We have a provincial labor agency to help, and provincial social welfare are the same thing. So, and we have a local agency to provide services, support service to our students with special needs. This is all the Thailand education path for the career, for their career. Do you have any question on this picture?
No.
No. Okay. This is story from one of our beneficial from the school to work. We work with Prada Jewelry Public Company Limited. We can call the Prada. If you come to Thailand, you can. If you want to buy the jewelry, you can come and buy it. This company, they hire the deaf student. They have a deaf employee. They team up with the Golden Jubilee Royal Goldsmith College at Nakhon Pathom School for the Deaf. They have participated in the memorandum of understanding, signing a ceremony on a project of a training student with hearing impaired on jewelry and gems. So we work together. If we just train our student at the school, we not link with the company. So who going to hire our student? So
yes.
So we have, before they finish the school, we let the student to visit the company and look around and learn to test themselves. Do they like this job or not? If they like, we come back and we train at school and train at the workplace. And so now is Nakhon Pathom School for the Deaf in a partner with Prada. We have opportunity. We open the opportunity for career exploration on jewelry and electronic and agriculture, and they're also working with if you have you ever heard the coconut company Coconut Chao. They provide training for our students on electronic and agriculture, and they provide the opportunity to gain a work experience while in the school and feedback about the student current academic, vocational, and independent living skills and skill training to achieve their goal, and they also adaptive tool to achieve their goals. They use adaptation, use accommodation to help our students to achieve their goal. And this is their factory. So you see they have a deaf employee already work there. They will love it, and they make very good products. So this is a very popular company who doing on the jewelry. In last 2 years, I mean in 2019, we have 12 students receive a jewelry skill training and are employed in the jewelry industry, and 15 deaf students are employed as the electrician in the Thailand biggest coconut mill industry and other company. And we at the school, we do a lot of fun with a variety of work, agriculture, baking, farming, and they have fun with a variety of work. And so we have a transition school to work. So we look at the local company and hotels and grocery department store. We work together and they train our teacher how to teach our students to make a bed, to do office work, how to we work with the local government agency. They provide our students with the job, and we work with the grocery, work with the restaurant. The kid can have experience in the restaurant. This is Chiang Mai School for the Deaf. They're doing a lot of things at the school. And Northern School for the Blind. I think I sent you this slide already. There. This is School for the Blind. On the left corner, on the top left corner, this girl she will like the do the laundry. So Perkins provide her the laundry machine. So and we work with her community, and we promote her that she coming next year. She gonna do the laundry, and if you want to do the laundry, you can come and use her services. Before she graduated school, now she can work in her community. We not just train the student, we need to work with her community too. This is Northern School. We train them how to go to this is a life skill. They can cook. They can go to the market and buy the ingredient and come and cook. We call this is school for the physical disability. We work with the parent. We train them. Yeah. Okay. The lesson learned that what does it work when we working on the transition and we working with the company to create a curriculum for our student. Administrator and teacher commitment and determination, and we have a collaborative working school, family, enterprise, community, interagency, university, and government. We work together, and we use transition focused education, very, very useful. And we have a special education development fund, so we can use this fund for helping out. And challenge, we still having an attitude toward the person with disability. So a lot of, even though the parent, the family, they still believe that they still believe that, oh, my child won't do anything, where they won't get a job, so just let them stay at home. We don't need to provide give them the education. The stakeholder knowledge. That's why we need, when we create we develop the curriculum, we need to develop not for the student, we need to provide the knowledge to the stakeholder as well. Lack of skill, disabled workers supplying to the enterprise. Now we need to have more students who have a skill that to give to the enterprise, because we don't have enough. Because now we have the law. If you have the 100 employee, you need to hire one person with disability. If you have 150 employee, you need to hire 2. So now we don't have enough skilled disabled worker for the enterprise, for the company. So I think the same at the Brunei, we increasing the number of students with multiple disability. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, now we have a hard time for that, for the teacher, that we still teach. We provide lots of training for our teacher. I used to I start the multiple disability program, and in 2009, 2000, about 10 years, almost almost 10 years ago, I brought 20 director from our department to went to the Perkins School for the Blind, and then they came back. Every school they create they open the multiple disability class. I think very important. Do you have any question? No. We have. So now we go to we just, if we look back at your curriculum to find what are the gaps. This is my is your the course objective, that we need to identify the new area that your curriculum still missing. So I'm not going to identify, but you need to do by your team to identify, because now you have the knowledge and the skill. You need to look back and you need to identify. We have a guide question that I already gave it to you. Do we use assessment data to drive instruction or curriculum instruction and inform a curricula and instruction decision? And decision, and is the curriculum prepare student for further TVET and career? I don't think that when they graduate from the PVP, they might need more skill.
Yes.
More advanced skills. So you need to think about that. And is the curriculum promote development of self-determination skill and create opportunity for the practice? Is the curriculum promote development of social skill for school work, for school and work and community living? I think I can see your curriculum already. Is the curriculum promote development of academic strategy and behavior? So we have a school psychologist. I think shouldn't be problem for you. Is the curriculum promote development of independent living, interpersonal, leisure, and transportation skills? Yeah. Is the curriculum promote the development of employment seeking and occupation specific skill? Is authentic setting in the authentic setting? I think you have a plan for the fifth year, fourth and fifth year, right? Is the curriculum provide a work experience, including paid work experience? So you might need to, when they turn to the fourth or fifth grade, you might need to provide them the work and give them some money when they do something, and they get the money to learning, and how the money they could come for when they're working, they will get the money, and they might go to the bank and how to manage their money. This is very important for our students. How we providing effective technology, accommodation, adaptation, and natural support that meet the student needs across variety of settings, such as academic, vocational, and home and community. This is all the question that I give it to you, that you can think about and review your curriculum. And again, your curriculum, you see this slides. It's overall goal for PVP and student specific objective and student learning outcome. So by the end of PVP, student will be able to do you need to be clear on the objective. So I see that you already clear, but I think you already clear on that. And what are some different way to organize and sequence of your contents? You need to organize which one is you need to organize and sequencing your PVP content. Which one is more important? Which one even though in the same subject, in the same content, how to organize your content is another thing that you need to take a look. And developing a material in PVP, do you have enough material can be used? You need to adapt, and what activity work best with these students? So you need to think about it. And after that, you need to initiate needs assessment. So you did it and level think about the placement. If you want to do do placement for the student, student might when we decide which with career with work that could work for our student, we need to think about the strength they like and their abilities. So access student progress, we need to access student progress and achievement of learning outcome. And even last thing that we need to evaluate the success of the PVP. So this is the thing that I would like to share. This is our end in mind with training and support. Students with the SEN can live, love, work, and play. Dr. Khalid, before we conclusion, Dr. Khalid, do you have any thought to share?
Well, I think we have like 20 minutes. Let's open the floors for our 3 days workshop. So any questions since the beginning of the workshop? So if you have any questions or want us to clarify or share the ideas, thoughts, yeah, please. So open floor first for 20 minutes.
If you don't have yet right now, I got the mail from Jida, right? She asking about the IEP. Actually, she sent in the work and asking for the IEP as well. I think there's a good one that when I have the you might go to the what we call the IDEA on the IEP to develop the IEP. I think they have a good good resources to create the IEP. So yes, we need to do assessment before we create, and we need to work with the family and student to create the IEP goal. So very, very important, and the goal that we can try out, and maybe 1 or 2 or 3 months, if they don't work, we can adjust the goal. Don't worry. And the other thing that you're asking about the attitudes when we create the curriculum. If we actually that I said it at the beginning, teacher decision making is about the access to the curriculum. Is teacher very the most direct influence over to the student access to the general education. So they they have to make the decision about the access. If the teacher have the low expectation to our student, the vocational training program or the expectation for the outcome might be low. If so we need to have the high expectation for our student. When we, don't say that if they have the sometimes they decide that if the student have the cognitive or intellectual disability, or if they have if they cannot communicate, some teachers they say that, oh, this one they cannot follow the curriculum. They cannot do anything because they lack of the intellect, cognitive, and their lack of the communication. I think this idea is not only our region, is throughout the world. There's the teacher especially in the teacher who working with the student with low function. So if they thought that if my student have a lack of communication, lack of cognitive, so they don't need to follow the school curriculum. Some need to provide them the different curriculum, and so this is sometimes this become it's hard to say, become the discrimination. So we need to think about that. And if we have the PVP program, we need to keep prepare for the right question. Be prepared for the question you might be asked. So why you need to provide the PVP in the inclusive setting? But I saw, for me, I saw your curriculum. I understand that, and I know that this is a good one, and this is actually it's the same. We are follow you. We are going to do a competency based curriculum. I think this your curriculum is like a competency based curriculum. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think we are follow our national curriculum going to follow your curriculum. I think, yeah, but you need to provide prepare your answer, yeah, to clarify your curriculum. Why you use this? It's not, don't use the psychology test, psychological test to explain that. You need to use other reason, yeah, to explain. Like in Singapore, if the student they have the test, the living primary test, right? I think this is a good explanation. This student, if they don't pass the living primary education, they can go to the academic. If they don't pass, if they pass, they can go to the academic field area. If they don't pass, they can go to the vocational. But after that, they can go, if they can improve their knowledge and skill, they can go to academic. They still have the a choice for the students. So you need to provide them the better answer. So don't use only the psychological test. Okay, do you have any question?
I have one question. Is
yes,
regarding curriculum in the mainstream setting in the okay, for the student with disability, are there have specific curriculum for them in the mainstream?
So
in your country?
I don't think we have it. Like I said, that we don't have the expanded ECC or expanded curriculum or this specific disability curriculum. We don't have it, but we have a resource teacher. We have a special school. We have a special education center. They try to provide after school program or on vocation on the school vacation. We train out. They can go to the special education center and get the skill. But not every student get. We still have a problem with that, but we're doing good job on the when the blind student go to the mainstream school. We have the resource teacher. They go to the school. They pull out the student and teach them how to use the white cane, how to use the technology, how to use the magnifier to be able to participate in the school activity. So we don't have in the mainstream. We don't have the specific curriculum for students with special needs. Yes.
So they follow the mainstream curriculum.
Yeah, they need to follow. Yeah, they need to follow
them.
Yeah, but they follow, but they have the different goal. Different goal. They learn about the mathematics, but different goal.
So how about the inclusion school? How about the inclusion school? They also have they have to follow the curriculum, the mainstream curriculum.
Yeah, they have to follow, but we have
only the method of strategies learning method of
modified, I think.
Some student with like a blind student, we just adapt and give them the accessible technology and accommodation, and they can study along with their peers. But students with intellectual disability, we have a different goal in different in each subject. Like a mathematics, we teach not teach them the same as their peers, but we like how to use the money. We how to for like it in a functional way, so in a functional academic way. So we study along with their peers, but different goal. But frankly, we still have a problem because we have not enough. Not every school. We still having a problem. Some kids are not cannot do the full participation. They can do a partial, and we have a special education center come to help. But we still have the problem, not perfect yet. Yeah.
As you told us yesterday, I think the specific school of blind school, it's around 15 school, right? 15 school. Special
right.
School.
We have two blind school in for the government blind school, and I think we have 13, right, Kanit? We have how many? We have 13.
Yeah, probably 15, including the vocational college.
Yeah.
How about the population of the student in each of the school? I mean, average.
You mean a special school?
Yes.
In special school in the we have a lot in the intellectual disability. Some school we have 400 students. Now we have for the intellectual disability and physical disability, we have 300 or 400 students in the school. And for the for the deaf and blind, we have decreased number of the students because we have a good medical. So now we have we call the low incident. some school for the deaf now they get the autism student to the and intellectual disability in their school, and blind student now in the blind student we have some school they have only primary school, and then they all the students they gone for the inclusive education. Yeah. Now we have Dr. Khanit, yes, please.
Yeah, I have two things to add a little bit more. First is in terms of your program, PVP, it's very nice program, and I'm not quite sure like for special school in your country, but in our country we try very hard and we are still need improvement. One thing is I want to share and recommend, if you can do that, in the PVP program and special schools, try to be flexible and don't forget that one of the goal is to support the student to be eventually be able to participate in the inclusive schools. Like we discussed yesterday or a few days ago that eventually as teachers, as the parents, one day students, they need to be independent. So it's very good to have them in the special school because it's very safe place, and they've been taken care by the teachers and assistant. But the thing is that after school, after graduation, they need to live with other people in society. So inclusive settings, to me, is the best on behalf of, at least I'm blind, so I've been in the inclusive school, and I can say that inclusive setting is good. So once we have a chance, try to promote them. Even now they might be in the special school or in the program, but if you can have some kind of support system or additional program to help them, support them, encourage them, get prepared them to be ready for inclusive education. I think this is very good options for the kids. And for the PVP also, it should be well connected to the, as Dr. Samad mentioned, like for the companies, for the agencies, so that when they finish your program, PVP, and then they will be able to be in the in the job place, workplace, or if they need more training, they can go to the vocational schools or university. If the program is well connected and have the option for them to transfer, I think that will be very helpful. Yes. And the last one that I wanna share, it's about EMIS, Educational Management Information System. As I know that you are not the classroom teachers, you work a little bit higher level. So EMIS is very important. As our experience in Thailand and other country, I think there's a lot of agency, public agencies, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Public Health, Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Social and Security working together. And then if we don't have the good EMIS, management information system, it's more likely to lose the student. You may not be able to track them. There will be leading toward monitoring system, right? Because now, for example, in our country, when the student is diagnosed as the student with disability, any categories, they should be sent to special education center and then get diagnosis and then sent into inclusive school or special education school. After graduation, they may need to get support from the social security and welfare ministry or something, for example, and then they might need to get a work. But the thing is, they still need support. And how those agency knows their history, they might need to track back to the schools. So if we have the EMS system, very nice, very systematic, that will be very helpful in terms of tracking the student background or needs or any conditions. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I don't think we have time. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we are all done. 11:15. Yeah.
Okay. We almost 12:15. My conclusion, I think each student is unique. You need to, even though they are twin, no two alike, they have a different. So understand where the student is. You need to find out where is student. This means you need to do assessment how their current ability. Think of yourself. Where are you now? If you want to go to Thailand next year, where are you now? And where you want to go next year? You come to Thailand. So what are the gaps that you need to fill in? So understand the student goal, understand your goal, you're coming to Thailand, huh? So how can we get there? So you need to, what kind of support, what kind of skill, knowledge that your student needs or you need, or what kind of support, service support that after they finish the school, they might need support from the medical, support from the social welfare. We need to link them before they graduate from your program. This is all my conclusion, and this is a exit ticket. We don't have time, no? And thank you very much for your attention. I think it's time's up, and because we need to finish before 12:30. So I thank you very much for your attention, for your participation, and I'm very enjoy to work with you, and thank you.